Brian Nabors of the Woodrow Wilson Flying Eagles. Coach, you had to work a little bit tonight against the Socho team. I know you said last time you played over there how much they were improving, but you did what you had to do, and I thought the press in the fourth quarter really hurt them after their point guard went up.
Yeah, we were just having a hard time getting position in regards to rebounding. We didn't do a good job in the first half as far as getting back on defense. They got some transition buckets on us. We made that adjustment in the third quarter, but, man, they really played very well in the third quarter. But I thought we regrouped. I thought we came back in the fourth quarter. I thought we stepped our defense up. We got stops when we needed, and we had girls step up to hit big shots.
And then you had Donya, coming back, playing through an injury, and she really had the game-winning shot there with 2:08 left, her layup and one.
Yeah, well, senior night, she all week, we didn't think she was going to play. It was a game-time decision, so she wanted this thing bad, and I was going to take her out, and she was like, "Nah, coach, let me ride." I was like, all right, your body. Because I think about her future. She's going to college, and this game is very important, but, it's not that important where something could happen and ruin her career. She tore her ACL or something. It was a strained MCL. So I was glad that she was able to come in, and she showed great leadership tonight. I'm just so proud of her for just having the courage to want to play and then take those chances of driving to the basket. And, man, defensively, I thought she did a good job defensively as well.
Very much. I kind of flipped the script on you in the third quarter there, and you were up like 6, and they were up 6 going into the fourth quarter. Right. What was that huddle like, between the quarters there to talk about, motivate them to get back?
Well, I thought they was hurting us on the boards. I thought, they were just fighting like crazy. They just wanted the ball more, and they was willing to do whatever it takes to keep us from getting second opportunities, and also fighting for them to get second opportunities on offense. Okay, they were really, really battling, and we fought. We didn't it's not like we laid down. It was a challenge, And Williams and Craddock, it's a hard matchup. It's hard, because they work hard, And Craddock is strong, and Williams knows how to move her body, and she willing to do whatever it takes to get that rebound and do what she needs to do for her team. So it was just about challenging them in ways to get stops defensively and not foul, all right, and limit it to one shot, and we rebound, and then we get in transition, and we don't have anything. Take care of the basketball, because we didn't take care of the basketball very well in the middle of the first quarter, I thought. But I thought we settled down. I thought Donya gave some confidence, and we put her in for a few minutes, because that was just to see where she was at. We wasn't going to play her at all, but, I thought her leadership and just her courage to go out and play under those circumstances, I thought that just flowed through our team and say, hey, our leader's willing to make that sacrifice to help us win.
How much did she have to, encourage you to put her in?
Well, she never didn't encourage me. I mean, she, we just questions, asking her how you feel, and talking to the therapist. The therapist said she could play, but it would be best if she didn't play because more rest, she heals better. So we was just looking at that, looking at the future, and the senior night, was killing her. She was wanting to play so bad, and she wanted to play. And I said, well, look, we didn't practice her yesterday. I said, we'll let you warm up and see how you do warm up, and just asking how you feel. And she said, I feel good, So we threw in her in the first quarter and only played for like maybe 2.5 minutes, and got her out of there, And we just tried to spot her. And in that fourth quarter, she wasn't going to let me take her out of the game, you know what I mean? So I said, hey, I talked to her dad earlier, and her dad said, do whatever. And I said, we'll just make the game time decision. So to answer your question, if I guess she encouraged me in the fourth quarter when I was about to take her out.
Not to take her out,
She wanted to stay in the game. And normally I said, nah, but I looked in her eyes, and she said, nah, coach, let me ride this out. So I said, all right, because it scared me to death when she went down here. That's why I took her out, immediately took her out. She just said
it was a physical game, not a dirty game in any way. Just a physical game with people getting, banging, a couple players hurt. It was just a tough night.
Yeah. Well, hats off to Oak Hill. I mean, again, I lose sleep over them. You know what I mean? They just, Coach Legg is doing a fantastic job. Got them girls believing, and they play hard, and they played hard tonight. They battled. And it was just a good.
I felt like
it was a good
between
game.
that game and this game that they'd even improved, noticeably. Did you feel that way?
Yeah. Again, if you would ask them, probably they would say the difference of the first game was the rebound.
Right.
And we did. We kind of dominated the boards over there. But tonight, they came with it.
Yeah.
They challenged us. They just refused to, allow us to get second opportunities, and they did a good job. But I thought our kids showed a lot of fight down the stretch, and we stayed the course, and we just really fought. I thought we fought down the stretch.
Brian, thank you, sir.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.